The movie opens with a fireworks scene, colorful lights exploding across the sky, but beneath the celebration, something much deeper and painful is hidden, which we'll understand later. Then the scene shifts to a bedroom. A man jolts awake from sleep, drenched in sweat, like he's escaped a terrifying nightmare. This is our main character, Charlie Fisher. From the outside, he looks completely normal, but inside, he's falling apart. His wife, Hannah, is in the bathroom using a hairdryer. She's caring, strong-willed, and intelligent, doing everything she can to hold their marriage together. When she comes out and sees Charlie soaked in sweat, she asks, "Hey, you okay? You're drenched." Charlie laughs it off in his usual way. "I've started exercising in my sleep. Saves time." Hannah smiles, but worry is clearly in her eyes. She knows he's hiding something. Their dog Rufus runs in barking. Charlie greets him warmly. "Rufus, hello." Hannah mentions she had to change her pants because Rufus's hair got stuck to her while she was watching TV. Charlie jokes, "Then don't sit on the furniture." They share a small, playful moment. Then Hannah brings up something important. Today, her boss Carol is going to announce a promotion at the office. Hannah asks if Charlie is feeling okay. Charlie says yes, but Hannah finds it strange that Carol didn't give any hint beforehand. Charlie jokes that maybe Carol watched too much American Idol as a kid and loves drama. Hannah then reminds him, "Hey, therapy is at 10:30. Charlie, you promised you'd come. This is important." Charlie replies, "Yeah, I know. I'll be there." Hannah wishes him good luck and says, "I love you." Charlie answers, "Love you," and she leaves with Rufus for the dog park. Now Charlie is alone. He stares at himself in the mirror and talks himself through it. Everything's fine. Go to the office. Get the promotion. It's all good. But "it's all good" has become Charlie's habit. 3 words he repeats like a mantra, like he's trying to convince himself that life is normal. The truth is, nothing in Charlie's life feels normal anymore. Scene cuts to Charlie's office. His colleague Leonard is sharing something strange but honest. He says yesterday he didn't touch his mouse or keyboard all day, just to see if anything would change. His point is that every day they type claims, fill estimates, do evaluations, form after form, comment box after comment box, acting like it all matters. Leonard looks around and says, "Look at this office. Last year it was full. Next year, AI and computer banks will replace everyone. So what are we even doing? Sitting on keyboards year after year, wasting our lives? Will we have any value left?" Hearing this, pain flashes in Charlie's eyes, because this isn't just an office question for him, it's the question of his whole life. Just then, Carol arrives and announces, "Attention everyone, time to announce our new accounts manager." Leonard looks at Charlie and says, "You got this, Charlie." Carol says she wanted someone who stands out, with both knowledge and experience. And then she names, "Our man, Blaine." The office erupts in applause and cheering, but Charlie's face drops instantly. Another employee says furiously, "Blaine? Are you serious? He joined 6 months ago, and he's a total douche nozzle." Charlie stays calm on the outside, repeating his usual line, "It's all good, no worries." But inside, the ground has shifted under him. Scene shifts to Carol's office. Charlie asks, "3 months ago, you said I was next in line. So why Blaine? What did he offer besides pointless confidence?" Carol explains that Blaine is spontaneous, decisive, a natural leader. He promotes the company on social media, and his memes are hilarious. Charlie finds it weird. Memes? Then Carol opens Charlie's file and says, genuinely shocked, "Wow, you have a double master's in comparative literature and philosophy. What are you doing here?" Charlie pauses and says, "Well, life was going one way, and then..." Carol senses he's had struggles in the past. She offers him a new chance. There's a 1-week software training in Phoenix. Frank from Resources has pneumonia, so Charlie can go in his place. If the company adopts the software, Charlie could be made the new technical manager. Charlie agrees. Charlie sits and records a voicemail for Hannah. "Hey, talk to Carol. I didn't get the promotion. She gave it to someone younger and less experienced. But they're sending me to Phoenix for software training. Maybe I could become technical manager. Maybe, I don't know." Then he mutters, "God, that sounds like total bullshit." He tries to delete it, but accidentally sends it. He sighs, angry. Perfect. Cut to Hannah with her best friend Franny. Bold, blunt, and supportive. Hannah plays the voicemail, including the bullshit part. Franny blurts, "You didn't get it. I thought it was locked." Hannah admits, "Me too." Franny asks if they're okay. Hannah hesitates, almost says, "I guess," then exhales and answers honestly, "No." A quick beat shows Charlie's emptiness. Someone on the phone literally sits on him by mistake, shocked, like Charlie doesn't even exist. Evening. Charlie comes home. Rufus greets him excitedly. Inside, Hannah has prepared a romantic dinner, something their therapist Angela suggested to help them reconnect. Hannah reminisces about their first Mexico trip. Private beach, drinks, laughing, fooling around. She jokes about Charlie's hangover and sunburn. They laugh and Hannah turns emotional. I miss that version of us. Let's go somewhere. Mexico, Alaska, anywhere. I don't care. Just go. Charlie says, I'd love that. And Hannah beams. They toast. Then Hannah carefully brings up therapy. Angela thinks we should talk about the room. The instant she says it, Charlie freezes, like he's been struck. Hannah softens. I know it's hard. For me too. But we have to move forward together. Please, come back to me. Charlie trembles, whispers, I love you. But something snaps inside him. Hannah panics. What's wrong? Charlie only says, I'm sorry, gets up and locks himself inside a room. Hannah knocks, begging him to talk. Charlie says he's tired. Hannah calls it out. Bullshit, Charlie. We're in this together. Charlie repeats his escape line. We'll talk in the morning. It's all good. Hannah slams the door and walks away. Now the mystery deepens. What is the room? Why is Charlie terrified of it? And how does it connect to the opening fireworks? Next morning, Hannah vents to Franny on the phone. She feels trapped in an endless loop while Charlie keeps repeating, it's all good. Charlie walks in with, good morning. And Hannah replies coldly, deja vu. Franny asks what's going on. Hannah says Charlie has already left for Phoenix, then admits, exhausted, I'm so done. Cut to Charlie, forcing his usual mantra. Everything's fine. Phoenix, it's all good. But something breaks. He calls Hannah, only static. He suddenly vomits and panics, rushing to Hannah's office. At reception, Lucy doesn't respond. Not because she's rude, but because she can't see him. Charlie yells, bangs on doors, begs. Nobody reacts. Co-workers walk past talking about a vape break while Charlie shouts right in front of them. Outside, sirens and cars pass inches away, yet no one notices him. Charlie realizes the horror. He's become invisible. Then a voice hits him. Hey man, you meditating? Charlie turns. Someone can see him. It's Nick, warm, funny, indigenous, and unexpectedly calm. Charlie asks, stunned, you can see me? Nick says yes and offers coffee. Charlie vomits again. Nick jokes he'll learn to handle it. Charlie whispers, am I dead? Nick teases him for a second, then says no, he's still on Earth, and promises to explain. In a cafe, Nick proves how this world works. He takes a man's coffee and snacks right in front of him, and the man doesn't notice. Charlie asks if they're ghosts. Nick shuts it down. Don't use that word, it's offensive. A beautiful waitress arrives. Grace. Nick and his friend Eli flirt. Grace laughs but says she's not getting into a relationship. Nick says something in his indigenous language. Charlie asks what it means. Nick turns serious. It means I gave her my heart. I love her. Nick then reveals his past. He owned a bakery, made the best bannock and Indian tacos, had no debt, his truck was almost paid off. Then one day, he suddenly ended up in this invisible world. Nick takes Charlie to a bowling alley, their empty hangout. There he meets Carl, the laid-back leader of the invisible group, a surfer who winters in Oahu. Carl instantly makes Charlie a whiskey sour, perfectly. He says this place strangely erases anger, pain, and trauma, so just stay in the moment. Charlie, despite everything, feels better. Nick introduces the others. Jimmy Jones, 3-time wrestling champ. Arthur, Denise and her girlfriend Petra, and Amy Sinclair, a former mayor who coldly denies a housing scandal. Carl toasts, the first days are weird. This world is mysterious, but it's like surfing. Catch the wave and enjoy the ride. Everyone cheers. To Charlie! They play, then watch Jimmy wrestle. Creepy part, Jimmy looks older and heavier, but the audience sees him as an 18-year-old lighter version. His mom even cheers like it's real. Charlie spirals. Coma? Purgatory? Simulation? Carl laughs. Those theories don't help. Just ride the wave. Nick tells Denise's story. Petra vanished, then Denise started fading and ended up here, finding Petra at their usual lunch park. Nick warns, soon Charlie will forget his old life, the way the living forget them. Charlie refuses and runs. He has to go back. Cut to Hannah with Franny watching a horror movie. Hannah admits she's starting to forget Charlie's name. Franny calls it self-preservation. Hannah leaves a voicemail for Charlie and gets angry he hasn't even texted. Franny insults him. Charlie is right there, invisible, yelling that he would text if he wasn't in another dimension, but no one can hear. He watches old videos of Hannah, then enters an empty, boxed-up room and thinks, what used to be here, and why can't I remember? Next morning, the fireworks return, and Charlie wakes up again. It's a loop. Hannah tells her therapist she feels relief without Charlie. When the therapist asks about the room, Hannah says she can't even mention the fireworks to him and doesn't want to hurt him. She insists she's not moving on. She even wrote Charlie's name down so she won't forget. Franny has offered her a place to stay. Charlie sits nearby, invisible, crying and begging her not to forget him. Charlie then realizes he can still affect the real world. At the office, Blaine insults Leonard. Charlie, furious, shakes Blaine's desk, and knocks pens down. Blaine gets a sudden, crushing headache. Leonard notices it wasn't normal, and he and a co-worker finally warn Blaine they'll file a complaint if the abuse continues. Charlie rushes to Carl and Nick, excited. He's still connected, so maybe he can go back. Nick feels hopeful, but Carl cuts him off. Nobody ever gets back. Carl says the real world is toxic and pointless, and here they were, chosen, free from fear and anger. The group agrees, and Amy urges Charlie to accept this new place. Then a child's laugh stops everything. Charlie turns, tears rising. Oscar, his little son. Charlie hugs him hard, asking if he's real. Oscar says yes and asks if Charlie's okay. Charlie cries, "Now I am." He introduces Oscar to everyone. They welcome him. Charlie shows Oscar their favorites, crocodiles and jellyfish, and Oscar jokes he wants to be a jellyfish floating in space. Charlie asks where Oscar was before this. Oscar can't remember. Charlie pushes, then realizes he's upsetting him and apologizes, saying the only thing that matters is they're together. Charlie takes Oscar to Hannah's house. Oscar runs in excited, "Mom! Rufus!" But Hannah can't see them. Oscar's face falls. "I thought Mom would really be here." Charlie forces a smile and tries to comfort him, pointing out Hannah brought Chinese food and he's making the same dinner, like they're still sharing it together. He plays old videos, little Oscar on a swing, Hannah laughing with him. In the real world, Hannah watches and cries, "Oh, baby, I miss you so much." Charlie whispers desperate, "He's with me. He's okay." Meanwhile, Carl pulls Nick aside and drops a brutal truth. Nick ended up here because he was about to kill himself. He'd bought a rope. Then a window opened, and this place gave him a second chance, taking the pain away. Carl warns that this world only survives if they protect it, and Charlie is a threat. Nick quietly admits, "I don't want to go back." That night, Charlie puts Oscar to bed with their sweet routine, a lullaby version of Space Oddity. Oscar sings, "This is Major Tom." Charlie asks how much Oscar loves him. "More than the solar system?" Charlie smiles. "More than the universe." They count down, 10, 9, lift off, and suddenly fireworks flash again. Charlie jolts awake. Oscar says, "Dad, you were crying in your sleep." Charlie starts digging. People here forget painful memories. Amy's scandal happened, but she can't remember it. Nick says something happy happened 3 years before the fireworks, but Charlie can't recall what. Nick snaps, angry. "Why can't you just be happy? Are we not enough for you?" Then the truth hits, an unbearable flashback. Charlie, Hannah, and Oscar are heading to Winterfest. Charlie and Oscar wear matching space costumes, and Hannah laughs at them. Fireworks begin, beautiful, loud. Oscar screams with joy. Then disaster. Charlie says, "Hold on tight," but Oscar slips away. Tires squeal, a slam. Charlie screams, "Don't worry, I've got you," and then breaks. Oh God, no. That fireworks night, Charlie lost his son Oscar in an accident. That's the trauma that destroyed him. That's why he can't talk about the room, Oscar's room, now packed into boxes. And running from that pain is what pushed Charlie into this invisible world. Charlie remembers the fireworks night and tells Oscar, "I lost you, but I'll never leave you again." He decides Oscar is here and happy, so he stops chasing the idea of going back. At the bowling alley, Kara appears, Charlie's first love from his childhood street. She spent years in France, her marriage fell apart, she went through therapy, and somehow ended up in this invisible world. Kara instantly bonds with Oscar. Carl arranges a condo for Charlie and Oscar finally accepts it. "So we're invisibles now." Charlie nods and they share a quiet, "I love you." Carl then reveals unsettling truths. This world rewrites pain. Jimmy had a career-ending crash at 18 in real life, but here that tragedy is erased, so he doesn't even remember it. Petra actually died 5 years ago in the same park where Denise now eats lunch with her. Yet this place brought her back, like it brought Oscar. Carl warns Charlie that this world chooses and protects them, and if Charlie keeps fighting it, he could lose what he has again. In the real world, Hannah moves in with Franny, who throws a dance party to lift her mood. A new guy, Mark, shows up. In the invisible world, there's a party too. Kara decorates Oscar's room with stars and tells Charlie they could be good together. Charlie hesitates, saying he's still married in the real world, but Kara pushes the same philosophy, live in the moment, fake it till we make it. Nick finally breaks and admits his first wife left him for someone else, and it slowly convinced him he didn't matter. Now he's in love with Grace, but she can't even see him, and that emptiness is killing him. Charlie tells him, "It has to be enough," but Nick snaps back, "What I want isn't here." That same pain explodes between Hannah and Charlie. Hannah screams that Charlie refuses to move on, that they're stuck in an endless fake loop. Charlie fires back that abandoning Oscar won't fix anything. Hannah cries the truth he can't accept. "He's gone, Charlie." Oscar walks in and asks, "Hi, Dad. Can I have my music?" Space Oddity plays. Through tears, Charlie tells him, "I have to go back home." Oscar asks, "Am I coming with you?" Charlie breaks, "You can't. I wish you could more than anything, but we're not supposed to be here." Oscar asks, "Will I see you again?" Charlie promises, "Of course, and Mom too." Then their ritual one last time. "Do you know how much I love you? More than the solar system? More than the universe?" They count down. 10, 9, lift off. Before leaving, Charlie visits Hannah one last time while still invisible and says goodbye. He loves her, admits she was right about the loop, apologizes, and wants her to be happy. Maybe not with Mark, the raging jackass, but with someone who truly makes her happy. Hannah suddenly gasps, feeling something strange, and Mark asks what's wrong. Then Charlie crash lands back into the real world, startling a driver. "Where the f did you come from?" Charlie runs to Hannah's door and pounds on it. She opens furious. "I know who you are, you idiot. Why didn't you call or text?" Charlie says he needs to tell her something. Outside, he says, "I said goodbye to Oscar tonight." Hannah breaks down. They tell each other, "I love you," and she whispers, "You're back." Charlie answers, "I'm back." They go home together. The next day, Charlie returns to the invisible world to say goodbye. He tells everyone it's possible to return. He talks about drinking real coffee again, feeling warmth for strangers, and realizing he can be happy. He promises he won't forget them and jokes, if they ever make it back, they should find him. Coffee, or cognac, is on him. Final scene, a cafe. Grace is working. A customer orders coffee and a chocolate croissant. She smiles. "Morning, sunshine." "Name?" He says, "Nick." Grace replies, "Hiya, Nick. I'm Grace." Nervous, Nick blurts an absurdly bold line about buying land and having kids. Grace laughs, because Nick made it back too. He faced his fear, and now Grace can truly see him. The message lands hard. Running from grief doesn't solve it. Charlie escaped into a painless world, but it also erased real connection. Only when he accepted the loss, said goodbye to Oscar, did he stop being invisible to life and to himself. Sometimes the bravest act isn't fighting, it's letting go.